Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nexy, and I'm here with
Best Man.
Yeah, baby, another F Monday. We dropped the UCK, so use your imagination this time. F could stand for fresh. What else?
Fun, frisky,
fantastic.
You know, anything you want to come up with. Use your imagination.
And if you didn't watch episode 1, this is a series where Best Man and I talk over some gameplay, usually pro gameplay, and I like to take the more noob-friendly approach. I'm trying to cater towards some of the 343 industry forum guys, maybe some of the Halo Redditors, while Best Man, a former, or still a pro player, uses some of his expertise to really break down the game. What am I missing?
Yeah, that's pretty spot on. I mean, the first episode I think went well. You know, this is all like sort of one take. You know, we're just going to be inside the minds of what Nexy wants to hear and what I have to give input to. So, you know, I think you got it spot on.
That's right, man. One take. This is our first time watching the gameplay. This time, I think Formal sent us something. Do you know any history on this game?
No, I did not. I only caught a brief glimpse of it when I was actually uploading it to the computer. But from what I know, it's going to be a pretty sick gameplay. You know, he has a ridiculous snipe, especially online. There are a lot of players are really good online with snipes, so it's going to be a pretty fun game to watch, I'm assuming.
Alright, here we go, guys. It's Capture the Flag on the Pit. Personally, my favorite game type. And Formal is one of those players who just kind of bursted onto the scene. Wouldn't you say so, Best Man?
Oh, yeah. He sort of had a similar season to what Snipedown had. You know, barring the whole winning like 3 events or whatever freak accident happened with Snipedown. But he had a spectacular year. He placed in the top 6 the whole year with an event win. And, you know, that's pretty impressive for a young fellow like him.
And I want to comment on the starting spawn there. I really like what Formal did. Instead of rushing to the sniper, because you know Formal's known for sniping, he decided to go top turn and kind of play a support role. Talk to me about that opening strat.
Yeah, you know, you see a lot of players starting to do that now, especially like the Formals and the snipe downs. They don't really rush it right away like you would in matchmaking if you're trying to get sniped before your teammates. You know, I think that's pretty common with the top snipers in the league now, but I like it. It's a sick play.
And there you go, we see a sick no-scope. It looked like Hines is going to clean up that kill on Blaze. But let's break down the teams.
Yeah, so with Formal's team, we got Ambush. I want to point out real quick, that was a really smart play. Hines is running flag, and he was shooting the spawn, so it would guarantee the force to spawn out. So when he gets a sick double, but we're talking about the teams. You got Ambush, it's Formal, Hines, APG, and Cloud, and we're going up against Carbon with another sick snipe going on Rhino, but now he's going with the challenge for some reason. He gets taken down by Snipedown, and so yeah. And then on the other side, we got Carbon, which is the second time in a row Carbon's been on the opposing team, and that would be Snipedown, Blaze, Rhino, and Assault.
Well, Formal's certainly living up to his reputation so far with sniper in hand. Here we go, getting a little bit of an unfortunate spawn, but he's going to take some fire and give his team time to cap that flag. But what I noticed when he was in the sword looking courtside, he was checking to see if they spawn there. And we learned recently that if you're staring at a spawn, that actually gives that spawn negative influence, so they're not going to spawn there. So I don't know if it was on purpose, but Formal turned away from looking at courtyard, and as soon as he did, they spawned there. He turned around and started picking up those snipe kills. But here we go. Now this is interesting to me, Best Man. He could have rushed across the map with his DMR to help out Hines, but instead he picks up the sniper, and that's what I was going to say. If you're going to pick up sniper, take that extra time while they're running the flag, you better put it to use and check him out, doing it right here. One shot on Assault, it looks like he's getting charged, wrapping around, and finally gets taken out. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't enough. I think Carbon's going to go ahead and get this cap. Yep, they tied up 1-1. His team wasn't able to push up in time. You know, like you said, he could have pushed across right away, but instead he took the sniper route, which didn't necessarily help his team out right there, but, you know, it's only 1-1. It's early in the game. I think you can afford to take risks like that.
What would you have done? If you saw the sniper spawning, but know that they're about to cap a flag, would you have done the same thing?
Yeah, I think I would have. You know, it's all situational when it comes to Halo as far as strategy. There's no set-in-stone strategy that you can implement because situations are always changing. So, you know, I probably would have done the same.
And check out the concentration there. He was getting shot by somebody, but kept his eye on the target, snipe one. He knew he had a player weak. He knew he was about to die and didn't freak out and switch his target. I like that play out of him. But it looks like there's a flag out right now, and this time he's not going to check to see if sniper's up. Instead, he's going to put shots on with his team. It looks like he learned his lesson from the first time.
Yeah, and I think we got snipe spawn in the next minute, but rockets did come up when Formal was in their base, and Carbon was able to get that. And it looks like Ambush did a good job of pushing out of the spawn when Carbon had rockets, because we saw, I think Assault was in the needle pit, and he was kind of just being an idiot with him. So, you know, we got Carbon, 3 members on the other side pushing up, so and then 2 members on Ambush on the other side of the map. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, Formal's route that last time was surely excellent. He didn't just jump out and start putting shots. He did help his team in the beginning, but then he took the long way, wrapped around, tried to deny the red team rockets there. Unfortunately, they're going to get him anyway, and it looks like Formal's having a hard time now. How do you bounce back from this?
I mean, you really just have to, this is key right here. Snipe is coming up, and he gets the perfect spawn, but if the snipe wasn't coming up right there, you would have had to Ambush is running the flag. This is really, he gets the weird snipe, but Ambush is running the flag all while this is happening, and it looks like they're going to get a counter, and they were just all in their base being pushed back. So, what I would have done right there, like I said, it's situational, especially on a map like this, but fortunately Snipe came up, and his teammates, for some reason, were running the flag. That was probably all Heinz. He's a great objective player, but, when you get the courtyard spawn, it kind of sucks, and it kind of doesn't. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, it sounds like it's almost dependent on that snipe coming up. I mean, the courtyard spawn could really be disadvantageous depending on where the other team is and depending if snipe spawning. So we saw this time, Formal starting to heat up for sure. Forget the point I was making. I want to watch this boy snipe. He knows somebody's flag is going to take a warning shot, getting picked off from snipe, but I like that. All three of his teammates were behind him. He didn't overextend. He knew he had an enemy on the flag, but instead of pushing out, he stayed sword side so he had an escape route. And here we see him getting charged there, but again, because he's backed up to his training, he has the help of his team.
Yeah. Yeah,
no!
Holy my god! That was the snipe. Formal did tell me there was a snipe in this that was pretty ridiculous, and I'm going to assume that was it because that was like a no-scope plus zoom after, but that was ridiculous.
Dude, like half the players out there wouldn't even pull the trigger on that shot, but Formal does, and he connects, and that's why he's known as one of the best snipers in the game.
And this is why I wanted to retire. Like, I can't keep up with this. This is insane, man. Like, you can't, like, Halo Reach was made for his sniper, I feel like. We didn't really see him in Halo 3. He was a young player back then. I think he was pretty good online then, too, but, once Halo Reach came out, it just seems like players like him, snipers made for them.
And there you go. You saw Formal in a 1v1 battle with Snipe down. He's smart, man. This kid is patient, and he doesn't get overwhelmed. Simply back down. Now he has full shield. He's going to take the long way. He's meeting Assault and Snipe down one more time, but this time he had help from Heinz. They're going to pick those two kills up, and now he's looking for another sniper. I like this kid.
Yeah, I mean, with a lot of... Formal reminds me of Gandhi. They don't really mess up a lot of kills, and they don't really engage on one-on-ones. Gandhi was a player in Halo 2 that didn't have, like, the greatest BR, but he had an amazing snipe, and he got a lot of kills, and that seems like what Formal is. You don't see him getting the BR fights, or DMR rather, and great sniper. And he picks his kills wisely, and he's patient. He doesn't mess up any kills. That's what makes great players.
That's the key word right there, best man. I think this kid is patient, and you saw him run over to the other side. He picked up a clean headshot, left Assault one shot, cleaned him up with the DMR, and then he runs the flag, and now he's supporting that flag runner once it got to the other side. We see a double kill, and that was stylish, man. This is sick.
Yeah, I mean, he gets perfect angles, and they're setting up for a double cap right here, trying to. He's gonna push up to try to help Heinz, but it seems like Formal and like the snipe downs of the world, they always get these angles with snipe, and they don't get shot at. And I try to do the same thing, and I get shot by like 3 different people. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's always scary when your whole team spawn in courtyard side. We started to talk about it before, and it's even more scary when Formal has snipe in your needles. Unfortunately, he pushed up there, and Blaze was able to take him out. But look how much time he bought his team.
Yep, and they're going to win the game right here. And as didn't even realize that the game comes to an end. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that game?
I mean, I haven't really paid too much attention to Formal, I'm not going to lie. I started watching Reach a little late, but I heard stories of this kid, and this game just proved that his reputation is real.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much top-tier gameplay we could get besides this, where you're talking about 2 top teams scrimming against each other online, and that's what we try to bring you guys for your enjoyment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Any last words, Dre?
Yeah, I got one last question for you. Would somebody like Formal be as effective if they didn't have Heinz on the team?
That's what makes top teams great. You have a balanced, set of players, and that's one thing that Instinct has. You have Roy, you have Pistola, then you have Ogre2 and Lunchbox, sort of the glue guys to a team. Players that don't get the best stats, but, could be the best on the teams if they wanted to. And that's what you get with APG and Heinz, like you said. So, I would say he'd be good on other teams, but obviously when he went with Heinz, he got his first event win. So, I don't know. I don't know if he could have won an event without Heinz, so that's a very good question.
Well, there you have it, guys. That was episode 2 of F Monday. I've got nothing else to say besides halocouncil.com.
Peace.